redhead indicated. I've never had any romantic connection whatsoever to anyone with red or reddish hair. I guess 2002, between 2000 and 2003 and 4, there was, some of those females had reddish hair, but no. Don't know who the criminal fraud now would be that's trying to claim any kind of romantic or connection to me in any way that has red hair. Everybody in my life that's ever been close to me has betrayed me very severely multiple times now. Family, friends, former girlfriends, all of them, everyone. So even, nice Filipinas are, seemingly getting, people convincing them to make me look like the bad guy when I did nothing wrong. And I know she's a nice female. She's 26, and I was having good conversations with her and stuff, but apparently some jackass contacted her and is convincing her that I'm the bad guy in some way. So it seems like she was trying to make me look like the bad guy too. So not only all my family, including my parents and my brother and my only brother who I haven't talked to since 2017 due to all his lies, former friend of 20 plus years, former girlfriends, just all of them. And then there's all the people that claim to be my family that aren't my family. People that claim to be my friends that aren't my friends. I haven't had a single friend since 2016. And it's no online friends, no phone friends, no chat friends, no text friends. They're all lying shitbags. And I don't know who the fuck they are. Some guy tried to come in behind me in Quick Star this morning when I got food and trying to saddle up next to me, trying to pretend that he had some connection to me. Black guy driving a F-150. Don't know who he is. Anybody that's gay that's ever claimed any connection to me whatsoever is a lying piece of shit. I hope they go away forever from the earth. None of them had any connection to me whatsoever. I know there's multiple gays trying to claim some connection to me in some way. No. None. None of them ever. I wish they would disappear from Earth. Same thing with all these frauds that claim connection to me they don't have. These people that claim to be my family. The only family connection I have is my parents, 83 and 82 years old, and I've expressed the pain of having them as my parents again recently as the relationship continues to go extremely painful to like a normal, family, which right now it's extremely painful, just like it was in the video, my audio the other day. My dad called me yesterday it's just some reason to make it, either get me away from my truck or whatever he was trying to accomplish with telling me that I should level out the tracks in the driveway here from after it rained. He didn't even acknowledge that that's when it happened. But after it rained for a couple of days, there's some tracks over by the campers here where I drove after it rained, and it got some tracks in there which heal themselves over time. It's not like any big deal, but he never calls me, and that's the reason that he called me. My father's been doing things to make me look like the bad guy again, which is extremely painful when I'm not, and I've been trying to do whatever I can to, have a good relationship with my parents the last few months since I've had money to, buy them some things. I bought them a car they rejected. I bought my dad multiple tools that he wanted. I bought him a couple of elliptical machines that they wanted because they don't order things online. And yet they're still supporting the frauds and going to these secret meetings and making fun of me behind my back, believing the fraud jackasses' surveillance that I'm not male or that I was female at some point, or transgender. Extremely, extremely painful coming from my parents that they're supporting these pieces of fucking human crap that are the frauds. This douchebag, unknown douchebag with the mustache. Don't know who he is, if he's the one that sabotaged the steering in my F350 or overfilled my oil after I spent $100 on new oil yesterday. The shit sacks put something in my oil that overfilled it, and now it's running at extremely high idle again and smoking when I had that cleared up after I changed the oil. Everything was... The idle was perfect. The oil level was perfect. It was not smoking. Now, after they had access to my truck after I fell asleep, they sabotaged the steering. So it's, less safe to drive. It's not illegal to drive, but for everybody on the roadway now, they made it less safe by messing with the steering in my truck. If they did something with the alignment or what they did, I don't know. They did it while I was sleeping. Same thing with overfilling my oil. They wasted $100 worth of new oil for my truck. Now I may have to either change the oil again or let some out and see if that corrects the problem. And I don't know what they put in the freaking oil again, because they're such slimy little douchebag boy coward fuckheads. That's all they can do. They're not intelligent. They're just fucking sabotage pieces of shit. Slimy shit dogs that get on the property illegally. Pieces of fucking human garbage that pretend to be mobile mechanics. Should be in prison. I want them in prison for 20 years. That's what they deserve. Or sabotage all their vehicles for 10 years. That would be, that would be at least justice for what they've done to me for 10 years. Because they're such slimy douche sacks with no honor, no integrity, no courage, no bravery, and no character. Just fucking slimy douchebags. This is for youtube.com/@ WADEALANHEINEMAN and x.com/WADES2ND. I continue to have done nothing wrong. Never, there's indications about drugs and guns and trafficking and prostitution and children and attacking women or assaulting women. None of it is true. Absolutely none of it. I've been sleeping in my fucking F350 with the U-Haul attached. Still. The U-Haul is still attached to my truck. I've been sleeping inside it in shit sacks, sabotaged my vehicles while I'm sleeping. I haven't had no connection to anyone otherwise. I tried chatting with a 26-year-old Filipina, and I know she's a nice female, but some jackass apparently made it seem like I'm the bad guy. So it seems like she was trying to make me look bad. So I had to cut off contact with her. I actually asked her to marry me because I thought she was that good of a person, and I think she probably is, but she's got shit bags over there telling her stuff about me that's not true. So even nice Filipinas that I try to, have a connection to, I called off the marriage already too because of that. But I never asked the first Filipina to marry me in 2013 or 2014, which I told this one. But, I could tell she's a nice female. I could tell she wants to be a good person, but somebody's convinced her I'm the bad guy. So, I wanted to try and break through that and find somebody that I can be with, and I can't even do that with a nice Filipina. And I know there's nice Filipinas out there, but because of the douche sack lying fuckwads, I have to be alone and isolated for 7 to 9 years. 9 years, no date, romance, relationship. 7 years, I haven't stayed at my parents', so I have nobody to talk to for that long. Everybody in my life has fucking betrayed me multiple times. It's not like Jesus who, didn't have his parents trying to destroy him. I'm not Jesus. I don't want to die for people's sins. I want to live my life. I want to live an honest life like I've been living. And these, Christians, so-called Christians that'll suppress the truth about me and put their thumb over me for my whole life, and then they feel entitled that somebody's going to die for their sins. That's the biggest crock of crap I've ever freaking heard. Those kind of people are not Christians. They're not religious. I don't want to be anything associated with them. I am a deist with Thomas Jefferson, and I believe in honesty and truth being the basis of everything, not putting your thumb over somebody and suppressing the truth about them and then expecting somebody's going to die for your sins.